Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tesh. Here, I teach you how to connect with your higher self, God, and nature by clearing blocks, negative energy, and doing magic to manifest the life that you want. So let's get it. Hey, baby loves. Today I want to talk to you guys about the difference in communication when you're communicating with your angels, your ancestors, and your spirit guides versus communicating with your higher self. Because a lot of times we get that misconstrued, and some people just don't even know the difference. They just know that they're hearing something or feeling something, and that's it. So let me break it down a little bit for you. Now, when you're communicating with your angels and your ancestors and your spirit guides, they usually come to you first beginning with synchronicities. And the synchronicities will first begin with numbers and things to that nature. Then it'll go into higher synchronicities, like what's happening in your life, or you'll start to notice that even more per se, because it was always happening, you just didn't notice it. So the synchronicities will get even more prevalent. The dings, the bings, the bops, the clocks, every little sound, every car that passes you, the way the trees move and the birds that come around you, the rabbits and all the animals that you see during the day, they all fall into that spectrum of synchronicities and the blessings and the happiness that's coming into your life. So pay attention to what's happening around you all the time, because that's also spirit talking to you, your ancestors talking to you sometimes. Now, when your ancestors and your angels or any of the deities from the other side of the veil is trying to associate with you, they will send you visions. They will send you sounds like music and voices, and you will hear them. Now, some of us are very, very sensitive to these voices and some of these energies, especially if your energy is very dense and you have not cleansed and ascended and gotten out of this 3D plane as far as where your consciousness live, then a lot of those energies that will be coming towards you will not be your ancestors. They will not be your angels. Those will be dark, evil energies that are just attracted to you because your energy is dense. So you don't want to get them misconstrued. Those will be the ones that'll be leading you astray and telling you negative things to do and hurtful things and laughing at people and just doing mean things, telling you to do mean things. And that's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to cleanse yourself and clear yourself of that energy so that your body can ascend. And when I say ascend, that means your consciousness can rise and you can clear out some of that guck around you, some of that distraction. And that type of dense energy won't be able to reach you because you're too high up, so to speak. The energy is so heavy. And if you're floating and you're happy, they don't like happy people. They don't like people who are doing happy things. I don't care how empty the bank account looks. If you're walking around and you're still happy and joyous and a good person, they hate that. So you want to walk around and just smile. If you have a problem with figuring out how to be happy, just smile. When you're sitting there watching TV, just smile, even if nothing's happening to smile about. I don't care how foolish you feel, just smile. That will help to build up the happiness and get your vibration up, okay? So pay attention to those energies, because if they're saying something negative, those are not your ancestors. But your ancestors will tell you things like, buy this certain thing or drink this instead of drinking that. They'll always make sure that there's a backup to protect you whenever someone is trying to do something harmful towards you. They can't jump in and stop it. They're not allowed to affect your destiny, but they are allowed to send you messages. And depending on how alert you are and how much attention you're paying to the messages, you can protect yourself or you can hurt yourself. So please be very alert with what's happening around you all the time, because your angels and your ancestors are always speaking to you with your environment, with sounds and music. And it can be music just playing in your ear with nothing happening in the house, or it can be music that actually come on the radio or come on your phone, or it might be something in your feed. Anything to that nature will just be Spirit's way of guiding you to the right place. So always pay attention to that. Another way will be straight visions. You'll just see, it'll be like a vision in your mind's eye. Now, when you're dealing with your higher self, that's a whole different ball game. That's when you've ascended. You've actually done the work to raise your consciousness to a certain level where now you're able to communicate with your divine godly being within you. And we all have them. A lot of people in certain places have tried to take you off of that path and make you believe in something outside of you, but God lives within all of us. So whenever you can connect with that godly being within you, it will put you on your life path. It will show you who you really are, and it'll help you correct and keep you accountable for what you do. Other than that, just communicating with your higher self, that is more when you're talking to yourself. So it'll sound like your voice when you're talking to yourself, the same way as if you're thinking and you hear your voice, that's you communicating with you. But when you get deeper into communicating with your higher self, it gets to a new level. It becomes more about the intimate relationship with yourself. And then you can have those Kundalini awakening experiences where you're having those aha moments. And during those times when you're working on you with you, you're able to expedite karma a whole lot faster because you're not having to have the 3D experience over and over again anymore to understand. You've now see things from that elevated point of view using your higher self. So you can say, oh, I don't like the way this feels from the jump. And then you can just back off and move on with your life as how it should be. All right, my loves, I really appreciate you guys spending this time with me. If you have any more questions or if you want to learn any more fun, magical, and mystical things, please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Insight by Tesh. The link is below. Bye for now. At this point, I invite you to join my mystery school, where I have created a safe place for you to learn magic and how to make your own metaphysical products. You get weekly life lessons where I teach love, money, banishing, and protection spells. You get a weekly tarot class. I do monthly prosperity spells for my top tier. And you get exclusive early access and commercial-free content. Join today at patreon.com/Insight by Tesh.